what's it like now that you're here living at Brooksby Village?
What's it like living here at Brooksby Village? I didn't expect to find so many new people, new activities, and such excellent service. It's all much more than I expected it would be. That's my impression.
What are you getting?
Well, when I call them up and I tell them that the rug is unraveling, and I tell them my refrigerator door isn't closing, the next thing I know, they call up and they're here. Or we have these little strings in the bathroom and in the bedroom, and when you pull the string, someone's going to come because you're in trouble. Well, my string went off accidentally one day. I didn't touch it, but it's very sensitive, so the string bell went off. Immediately I got a phone call. "Are you all right, Mrs. Garfield?" And I said, "I'm fine. What's the matter?" "Well, we got the buzzer. It went off. We're going to send someone over to reset it." I hung up the phone, and the next thing I know, there's a knock on my door, and the guy's there to reset it. And I said, "Gee, I'm sorry. It was just an accident. And just show me how, and I'll reset it." He said, that's not necessary. We have to reset it to make sure that you're okay and everything's okay."
Mm-hmm. How has it been meeting people here? What's it like?
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming because I'm meeting new people all the time, and somehow one person leads to another person. I met a lady one day. I was on the elevator, and I met a lady, and she said, "My name is such and such, and what's your name?" And I told her, and I just came in. "Call me. My name is," she spelled out her last name, and she said, "Call me, and we'll go to dinner some night." Okay. And I get that kind of thing. People are looking for friends. Even if they've been here 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, they're still looking to meet new friends, and I find everyone very friendly.
And what about the food situation and
Excellent,
dining?
Excellent, excellent. So far, I'm lucky. I haven't gained weight. I've lost weight, which is surprising because they say people here get the Brooksby Bulge because they're so overwhelmed with the quality and the quantity of food that they eat too much. But I don't eat too much, and I get turned off with too much food. Those luscious desserts with the pie and the ice cream and the fudge sauce. I want a cookie. I'm very happy with a cookie. That's what I had last night for supper. I had a cookie and like a piece of mandel bread and a cup of coffee, and I was happy. So the food is excellent.
So are you happy here?
I'm happy here.
Can you remember back making the decision to move here? What was that like?
It was the most difficult decision I've ever made in my entire life. It was very hard to do. I knew some of the pluses, but it was still very difficult.
Do you think you should have moved here sooner now that you're here?
Well, I think about that a lot. And the trouble with that is when people are in their 70s and they feel good and they have a life, they have friends and they have activities, there's no need to relocate because they have what they need where they're living. And then things start to change. Then your friends pass on, they get sick, they move away, and that's when you need more friends, and that's when it's harder to move. It's better to move when you're younger, but when you're younger, you don't think you need to. That's the tough one.
And how about for people who are deciding what kind of unit to get? There's a big selection here.
Yes.
What advice would you give someone who is thinking about coming to Brooksby, like how to choose a unit?
That's a very good question, and there's a lot to that question. And even though I've been here many times before I bought, it's still a very difficult question. What you need is a map of the place, which they don't push on you. I accidentally had material that showed me a map of the grounds, so you get the whole picture of the layout. But they don't give that to you, and they don't stress that. What I would say, what you should do is zero in on what your interests are, which clubhouse gives you the most of the activities you want to participate in, and consider the location of the property. The property has to be close to the elevator and close, a short walk to wherever you have to go, because you're going to do that walk every day. And that's a big, big thing, because the older you get, the distance becomes greater and it's harder to get where you want to go. I would think if I had it to do over again, I would look again at the one bedroom and the den, which when I looked at it originally, I was turned off because I said, I don't want a room that doesn't have a window. But the den gives you a closet, and closet space is limited if you have a one bedroom. So if you have a den and you have another closet, you're not cramped. And because it doesn't have a window, shouldn't bother you, because you could mirror that wall, or you could wallpaper that wall and make it feel open. So I think that would be a consideration. And also what they don't stress here is they don't tell you how many square feet a property gives you. And it could be a one bedroom called this name and a one bedroom called that, but the square feet could be different. And square feet is where you live.
Yeah, that's on the floor plans. It is on there.
Well, I never saw it.
Yeah, it's on. We can take a look. It's on there.
Well, they tell you this room is 13 by 12.
No, the square feet was on each one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I never saw that. That's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the square footage.
And anything else you want to say that I haven't asked?
I think you've asked some good questions. That's it. There's a lot to do here, and you have to be careful and choose the things that you're really interested in, because you can't do everything.
Okay, Carol, what do you think?
Okay, so we're here today after, how long have you been here now,
1
Millie?
month.
1 month.
Oh my God, that's
It seems
unbelievable.
like a lot longer, but I think you're settled. I walk in here today for the first time and I felt like, you know what? This is your place.
Yes.
I felt like this is where you are and it's comfortable. I didn't walk in and feel like, well, this is very different or it's small, or you've done a great job in here, and I think you're going to be very happy here. And we're very happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.